I am so excited about tonight. I feel like this is a topic that we just need to talk more about. I don't know about you guys who've been around for a little bit, but if you have, you've seen a shift over the past few years. When I first started almost 5 years ago, everything was very online. Post to post, posting about the products 3 or 4 times a day. Like, remember that old algorithm thing? And that's just kind of what worked then. But the truth is, that is not what works now. Times have shifted, not just with our business and not just with network marketing, but advertising in general. And we want to make sure to have the best um, businesses that we're staying with the times. And right now, what's working is authenticity, not sales. And so tonight, we're going to talk about building an authentic market, building those authentic relationships through social media. Because I know it's great to get back in the world and build belly to belly. Like, that's going to be the best way to build those deep relationships. But this year, guys, we are working on building the business of your dreams. And so, for you, if that is not belly to belly, I don't want you to feel like you can't still have the authentic, deep relationships this business can offer. And so, we're going to talk tonight about how to start bridging that gap to get more authentic and build those relationships through social media. So, why is this important, you guys? People buy you before they ever buy It Works. Your people on your Facebook are not on your Facebook to lose weight or to make money or to drink coffee. That's not why they're there. They're there waiting to be poured into. And that's the difference we have to make. We have to start being people to pour into others through social and then sprinkle our business in. We are building a kingdom business. It Works is just the vehicle that we get to use to go out and do God's work. We get to influence lives, we get to touch people, we get to help people, and we have an incredible tool belt with amazing products, with an amazing opportunity, with amazing platform. But in the end, this is a kingdom business. This is a chance for you to go and make a difference. And I'm sorry, but posting about the gummies is never going to make an impact. We're called to something so much bigger than that. And your business has the power to carry so much heavier than that. And it can really become the business of your dreams, something that is going to be fulfilling. Because, guys, as much as I believe in our products, I don't know if you've seen my before and afters, but I lost over 35 pounds in the past, few months with our products. So, girl, I believe in them. But that selling those products is never going to fulfill you. That's never going to be your purpose. When we start creating a kingdom business, when we start creating the business of our dreams, when we start getting authentic in who we are and who we're called to be, we use It Works as a tool to create something bigger. And all of that starts with really connecting on who we are, who we're called to be, and then sharing that with the world through social media. So I'm really excited to bring in a couple of my girls to help touch on this topic a little bit. So Laura, I'm just going to throw it back over to you. We can keep the same flow as last week. If you want to hop in and give us all the goodies on building authentic on Facebook.
Absolutely. I'm so excited about this topic because, like you said, it's kind of like just near and dear. Like, things have shifted so much in the last couple of years. But first, I am going to shamelessly plug as well, like Mariah did. I know she's got a North Carolina event happening. If anybody, I know I've been sharing it with my team and Mariah's team as well. I'm near Cleveland, Ohio. We are starting monthly get togethers as well. And our first one is actually this Saturday. We're actually going to be meeting down in Medina, Ohio. So if you are near that, please message me either like on Telegram, on Facebook, anywhere. Find me. My name's Laura Swart. Like, it's Wart with an S on the front. Really easy to remember. Find me and I will get you the details. Okay. There's my shameless plug for that. But also, you guys, I've been doing this for 3 years now. And like Mariah said, it used to be very much post every day. Like, I was trained and taught to post about the products every day, post about the business every day, post about my life every day. Now, don't get me wrong. I still follow a similar type of method in my posting, but it's not as frequent. Like, I'm still not going to have two It Works posts be back to back. Okay. My product post, I'm going to have an outright product post, maybe anywhere from 3 to 5 times a week. It just depends if I'm pushing for, if there's a special promotion going. If we have a special promo going, don't get me wrong, I'm going to post about it a lot more. I may go back and delete some because I just don't want my page to look like that. But ever since, I just felt like I was being kind of spammy on my page. Like it didn't look like me. And now I'm working really closely with a lot of my new girls. And it's when you come to my page, if you were to just, flip off your phone and go to my Facebook page right now, let's ignore Instagram because I'm not on there as much as I should be. If you went to my Facebook page, you would be able to tell I have a funny sense of humor. Okay. I make reels making fun of my husband all the time or my children. Like, I will sit there and I always try to be positive. You will find some positive, upbeat stuff, but basically, you would be able to know who my kids are. You would be able to know about me. And that's what I want you guys to understand is like Mariah said, people are going to buy you before they ever buy the products. Okay. Because they can go to just itworks.com and sign up as a customer if they do some research and say, oh, I want to try this coffee. Like people do that. Okay. And I know that because corporate's giving me some of those customers that do that. Like do your 4-in-1s and you'll get those customers too. But you guys, they want to connect with you. And I have found ever since I started being more myself, showing me like, yes, I love God and everything, but I'm like more prone to like share a funny meme. Like right now I have a fun Girl Scout one on there. I'm pushing the Girl Scout thing because I have 2 Girl Scouts. Okay. Anybody needs cookies, hit me up. Okay. They're shipping directly to you. Shameless plug all over the place. But you guys, be you. Because ever since I started being genuinely me, I went from having maybe like 2,000 followers, not friends, just followers, to now I have like over 6,000. And that's just in the last couple months because I started being me. I am me first, and I also sell these amazing products. I want people to see me, and I know that may sound like it may take a while, especially when you're brand new, and that's what I'm struggling with some of my newer girls right now because you are brand new. Yes, sometimes showing up as you and building those relationships may take a little while, but you guys need to understand that then you're going to have so much better relationships. Your customer base is going to be so much better. They're going to stick around longer. They're going to probably place better orders because they've seen all the stuff you post about. So in the meantime, grow your network. We do this through Host to Post. I'm not going to lie, Host to Post is still my jam. Okay. It still needs to be a thing, especially when you're first starting, because people need to know what you need to find your customers, right? And if you don't have a super supportive like network, like not everybody has a supportive family or a family that can even afford it to sign up and support you. They may want to. Okay. If they can't, have them put up a post. All right. Host to Post is going to allow you to reach new people, which is why it just comes back full circle to you need to not have your page look spammy and like an It Works sales ad. Because when people are being added to your network through Host to Post, if they come to your page and they're like looking at your page and all they see is, Skinny Brew coffee, slimming gummies, this and this, here we're doing a giveaway. Like, join me, join me, join me. Like, if that's all they see, they're not going to accept that friend request. They're just going to keep scrolling along and move on with their lives. So you need to be authentic. Grow your network, yes. Add friends, yes. But have yourself be your main focus. All right. I haven't dove into it a lot, but I do have some connections like with prison ministry, and I'm going to start sharing about that because that's something that's very near and dear to my heart. And so I plan on incorporating that onto my page as well. This is your opportunity to take what is passionate for you, what you're passionate about, and run with it. And you're going to find so many people that connect with you on that level that they're going to feel like they know you. They're going to trust you. And then you know what's going to happen when they know you and they trust you? They're either going to work with you or use your products. So all I can say is I'm loving this new vibe, this new thing, this being me. And being authentic also happens to, it's not just your page, you guys. Go in your stories, be a hot mess. Don't have makeup on. I use a filter, but it's more just a lighting thing. Okay. That's just because like I want to. All right. But you guys, be you in your stories, be you in Messenger. Get away from the scripts. Voice memo people. I have signed more customers and distributors this past month using voice memo than I ever have in my business. I have gotten on phone calls. I have gone to people's houses, and that may be scary for you. And I get that. I did a 3-way call with one of my new distributors the other day because she had somebody interested, but she doesn't know anything about the products. And I was like, do a 3-way call. We got on the call. We were on the phone for 30 minutes. the lady's looking into it and she's probably going to sign up for not just one bottle of gummies, but for the entire slimming trio plus a cleanse and something else. Because we took the time to get to know her and be us and be real. So that was kind of all over the place. But it's just, you guys, this is your chance. This is your moment. Go be you. Fuel, like, light your fire, okay? Be passionate about it and also sell the products along with it. And that's kind of like my main thing. That's what I got for you right now.
I love that. Okay, talk about ending it with a note. I'm gonna bring it back in case you guys didn't pick up on that last little thing she said there. But she said, because we took the time. Because we took the time. How many of us are not building relationships because we don't have the time? We have to sign the customers. We have to get the host to post up. We're so focused on the tasks, we're not taking the time to build the dream business. Because yes, your tasks are going to bring you customers. Yes, your tasks are going to bring you distributors. That's going to build you growth, but that will never, just doing the tasks is never going to build your dream business. It's never going to build a house that feels like home. And that's what we want here. Like, yes, I want you to have quick success, but I also want, more importantly, success that's going to last. Coming from someone who did not build a foundation in her business, who only built fast, who did not have time for people, whether it be team or customers or relationship in any front. If you could hear anything from me, you guys, you have the time to build the foundation, because if you do not build the foundation of your dream business now, you will have to rebuild it later on in the future. And guys, when you go into rebuilding, you enter a season of purposeful destruction. That's when God has to break down these bad habits, these things that you've put in your business, in your life, to build that dream business, that kingdom business. That thing is going to fulfill you. And why go through that? Okay, like, why not just take the time, guys? Like Laura was saying, is like, sometimes it's difficult with newbies when you're coming in and you're like, I ain't got nothing. Like, trust me, I feel that. But guys, you have 30 days for your first bonus. 30 days. And you are telling me that you don't have an hour a day to focus on just relationships? You don't have an hour a day to build a foundation in your business? Because if you don't sign a customer for a week, but you build the relationships, if you don't sign a customer for 2 weeks, but you build the relationships, week 3, week 4, you're not signing 30 BB customers. You're signing people who are there to support you, not the business. And when we find people who are ready to support us, it doesn't got to be friends and family. It can be 100% strangers. If you guys are on my team that are on here, I guarantee you're a stranger. Okay. I didn't know any of you guys before this. My sidelines and friends, you guys are strangers too. Like, I didn't know any of you guys. I didn't build and have a single person I knew on my team or in my business for years. Okay. But when we are building the relationship first, these strangers want to support you. They want to see you win, and they pour into you differently because you're pouring into them likewise. And so I absolutely love that you ended with that, girlfriend. So Macy, if you want to hop in and share your couple things.
Hey guys, so a lot of my notes, they already kind of went over, so I'm just going to leave it out so I don't like just basically copy what they said. But anyways, one of my favorite things that I've learned like over the years is to pick your 5 pillars. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but it's like basically 5 things about yourself. And so it's like building your brand. And so like, for example, my 5 are faith, family, fitness, and then like travel, adventure. And then my 5th one is kind of like all over the place. Like I love purple, I love cheetah print. I can't really figure out what my 5th one is, but like just basically 5 things about yourself. And then you can break those into like more than one category. So like for family, I have my dogs, my boyfriend, my family, his family, extended family. And so there's like so many post ideas that I can do. And if you do these 5 pillars and you take it or like break it down to 3 each, you're having 15 post ideas for like the month. And so I love that. And then another thing I said was, or I wrote down, was show your face. So like on stories, go live. I've been really trying to go live more often. I used to be the shyest person like anybody would ever meet. And I'm trying to take that label off myself and say that I'm confident because I can do it and everybody else can do it too. But yeah, I do my coffee video every day on my stories. And yeah, just show your face, and then also share your story, because I feel like God will use, like, you may think that your story isn't important, but there's people out there that could be touched by your story. And so by sharing it, whether it be every day or once a week or whatever it may be, you're gonna at least touch one person that day. And so you can share your story. But that's kind of all I got.
I love that. I'm going to talk a little bit about the 5 pillars too. So I'm so glad you brought that in. That's such a good system to start diving into, whether you've been here for a while or not. That's just so easy to start dissecting it. So I love that you brought that in. So in my opinion, the best way to build a kingdom business, to build a business of your dreams, is to build a niche market. And okay, drop a 1 in the chat if you're like, I don't know what that means, or drop a 2 if you're like, okay, I kind of know, but like, I don't know what that means for me, because I was both 1 and 2 up until recent. Okay, I've heard people all the time talk about your niche and like all of this thing, and I'm like, okay, cool, don't know what that is. And then when people would explain it, I'm like, okay, but I don't know how that applies to me. Like, who am I? What is my niche market? Like, I don't know what that is. How am I supposed to start doing this thing? So I'm gonna break it down for you, okay? Your niche market is your 5 pillars. That's the same thing. Your niche market is you, but other people. And so when we start representing ourselves, showing up authentically, being ourselves in real, like Laura was saying, building within those pillars, like Macy was saying, we authentically start creating this niche market. And so for me, just like she was talking about her 5 pillars, a lot of mine stems from faith and family. My husband and my daughter, I'm a mom, which a first-time mom, Hot Mess Express over here, living in it. And I'm huge in my faith. I like wine, I like adventure. And those are just a couple of things. And it's so important to start identifying who you are outside the business. So if it's really hard for you to think, who am I, right? I know that's a hard question. And it's taken me years to be able to come up with some kind of answer to who am I. So if you guys are struggling with that, ask for help, because guess what? There's someone in your life who knows you. Ask your spouse, ask your mom, who am I? I'm trying to think of what to build into my dream business. What things, when you see me, what do you think about? And you can start getting outside opinion. It's okay to involve your family and friends in your business, even if they're not directly in it. So what do you like? Do you like Mexican food? I like Mexican food. Do you like the color purple? Do you like to travel? Are you a mom? Are you a grandmom? Are you a spouse? Are you a Christian? Are you from another country? Are you bilingual? Like, there's so many unique aspects to you, and you need to start showing up with that uniqueness. And then I believe, I do it a little bit different than Laura. I believe 80% of my content should have nothing to do with this business, because as much as I believe in our products, okay, 35 pounds lost, I believe in them. There is not a person on this planet who is following me for our products. No one goes and sees my name and they're like, oh, Mariah, let's go see what product she's posting about today, or let's see what business opportunity she has today. No one cares. No one is following you for that. So if you're not giving them a reason to follow you, they're not following you. You may pop up every now and then, but you don't have followers. You're not having influence. So we create influence when we dissect, we pinpoint our pillars, those 5 aspects that identify who you are that are not this business. And then by showing up within those. And I believe most of your content should come from that place. I went live the other day and I talked about the Bible. I didn't say nothing about the business, but guess what? I had someone message me about wanting to join my team. I didn't even mention this business. All I spoke about was the verse in Ephesians that I had been reading. But someone messaged me and was like, I just keep feeling God call me to you. God works, okay? You don't have to do it all. You don't have to be out there blasting for him to be able to bring people into your business. You've got to show up authentically as yourself. People will always follow you for you. All right. So reels, if you're doing reels, I don't do business reels, but once in a blue moon, I post about the products once or twice a week. I post about the giveaway our host post giveaway once a week. And I post about the business opportunity 2 to 3 times a week. That's it. The rest of my page, go and look if you don't believe me. The rest of my page is me showing up as me. It's inspiring. It's bringing out belief. It's a quote. It's talking about my life. It's things like that, talking about my daughter, things that are me. People follow me for me. My reels, that's showing me. 90% of my reels is my daughter. I have a 9-month-old. If you guys have followed me, you know that, right? You guys have seen that. Half of you probably have told me she's cute. I get that all the time. But so many people are in my inbox giving me advice about my daughter, or asking questions about my daughter, or even know her by name because I talk about her so much. I have people that, as I'm signing them up as customers, they're like sending me their credit card information and also compliments about my baby. Like, that's how deeply embedded my life is with them, that in conversation, they're like, okay. I reached out a couple days ago. I was pushing to close out a 4-in-1 bonus, and I was reaching out to people, following up, and I was like, I'm pushing for this big goal. I had 3 people buy that all referenced they would go ahead and get the order in because this goal would help me with my daughter. Now, if I'm not creating an intense market, if I'm not being vulnerable, because there's a lot of vulnerability in there, I don't know what I'm doing, okay? I'm failing forward as a mom. I have no idea 90% of the time what I'm doing. And so people are showing and genuinely following me. They're watching my mistakes. They're watching our highlights. They're seeing all of this. And so when it comes time that I'm asking people to support me, it's not this blanket statement. I'm not asking them to support Mariah on Facebook. I'm asking them to support their friend with that cute daughter. They're supporting Oakland. They're supporting, her medical bills we went through recently. There's an actual why for them to support me, not just a why for me to show up. All because I started being authentic in who I am. And 90% of my everything is this. Because guys, when you're building that kingdom business or your dream business has to be made up of you. If you are not the center of your dream business, then it is not your dream business. It's not something that you're going to want to hold on to and live in the middle at all times. And so your business has to be you. First and foremost and mostly you. You are beautifully and uniquely made. Stop copy and pasting. Stop pretending. Stop trying to think you have to have this certain image to be successful in this business. Imposter syndrome is real, you guys. You don't have to make the most money to sign the customers or the distributors. You don't have to have the biggest, nicest house to have success. You don't have to have all the fancy clothes or the car or start showing up and acting like you've got your life together just to run a successful business. When you show up flawed, that's when we connect to people. People don't want to see someone perfect. People don't want to join someone perfect. People want to join someone that they see themselves in. And I'm sorry, unless you think you're perfect, which I'm sure some people out there do. And I mean, maybe it's you. Maybe you are perfect. I don't know every one of you. So maybe one of you is perfect. But I can guess most all of you, in case no one told you, you're not perfect. And your audience, they're not perfect either. And if you only show up as being perfect, you are going to miss it all the time. You, instead of attracting those people, you start pushing them away because they look at you and they're like, I can never be that. All while you are drowning, trying to pretend to be someone you're not. You don't gotta have it all together, girl. Show up imperfect, show up flawed. And how do you show that to your audience in the most transparent way? Get in video. Yes, go live. It's super scary, okay? I've been doing this business for 5 years. I can hop on here and I can talk to you guys. No problem. Don't make me go live on my Facebook. I want to poop a brick. I will sit here for 20 minutes looking at myself like, do I have to do this? Okay. I hate it like the rest of you. I know most of you probably feel that, but do it anyway. Because when you're live, guess what? You're going to make a mistake. That's why you're scared to do it. You're going to forget what you're going to say. It's probably why you're scared to do it. You're going to say and stutter and things like that. And you're probably nervous to go live because you're going to do that. You're going to run your words together. Your kid's going to run in the background doing something crazy. And you don't feel like it'll be perfect. And you don't feel like you can practice. And you don't feel like you can X, Y, Z. And so you're scared to do it. But those reasons you're scared to do it are the reasons you have to. That's what people need to see. They need to see you mess up. because you can write and rewrite and type and retype and copy and paste, but you cannot copy and paste yourself live. That is the real deal, the flawed, most perfect version of you. You've got to start showing that. If you're scared to go live, do it into your stories first. You can delete it easier that way, okay? Do it in your stories. Do both, okay? Both of them. And don't think it has to be about the products and business. 90% of the time, I would say it doesn't even need to be. There's a big promo, you best believe I'm going live and talking about it. If I'm talking about products or making my coffee, like something like that, yes. But 90% of the time that I'm going live, it is not to build my business exactly. It's to build the relationships that take my business where it needs to go. You can also, like Laura was saying, voice memos, guys. Voice memos, guys. Look, do it. It's not that hard. Practice, practice, practice. But when you voice memo, it becomes personal because it can't be automated. I got in a super routine place in my business where I automated everything. I wanted it to be automated. I wanted to take me out of it. I wanted the relationship out of it. I wanted to be able to sit down and mindlessly send, do. But you've got to put yourself back in it, and you cannot automate voice messages. You can't. And your audience feels that, and they feel the inverse. If you're constantly just blasting out the same message again and again and again, your audience knows. Even if they don't know, they know it's not personal. They know you probably said this to someone else. But if you're voice memoing in their inbox and stuff happens, because it will, the same fears we have with our live, I can't tell you how many times I've sneezed in a voice memo and scared people. It happens a lot. For some reason, when I hit record on voice memos, the sneezes come. It's like I'm allergic to it. I don't know. Or how many times my daughter has screamed in the background and I'm like trying to talk and then she's screaming and I'm saying the same thing over and over again and I'm apologizing and all of me is like delete the voice memo and start over. But the truth is, our audience needs to know we're real people. And so I include it. I'm like, let me know if you couldn't hear that. I know my kid was going ham in the background, or I'm cooking and the fan is on. I've done that so many times, voice memoing and cooking and the vent is on and people are like, I can't hear you. And I'm like, I'm cooking, I'm sorry. Let me try again. But it shows people that we're flawed. Flaws are duplicatable where perfect is not. You also have to build an intentional market. If we're building a niche market where we're building and all of our content is starting to revolve around us, what we stand for, we've got to make sure it's being pushed out to the right people. And when you're thinking about niche market and intentional, like growing your intentional friends list, think about your dream distributor. What would your dream team look like? What does your team stand for? You should know those answers. If you don't know what your dream team is or what you want your team to stand for, and I know some of you guys have amazing uplines. I don't want to take away from that, but you have to have part of your own legacy as well. So if you have an awesome upline, yes, carry on what they stand for and what they believe for, but take it a step further, implement what you stand for and believe for too. If you don't have amazing uplines, if you are out here and It Works Orphan on your own, blazing your trail, you have a really unique spot where you literally get to identify your legacy and the business and the impact it is going to create. So if you don't know what you stand for in this business, what you want your dream team to reflect, what you want your dream distributor to look like, when we hop off of here, you've got to go get a pen and paper. You've got to start dreaming. We talk so often about dreaming for our life, making our dream board, talking about our goals, but have you dreamed for your specific impact? I can tell you exactly what I want my team to stand for. Few years ago, I was praying really hard on a team name. It started there for me. I didn't have a strong upline. I was kind of out here on my own. And we're the legacy, started out the legacy tribe, shifted to the legacy builders, because we're out here to build a legacy that transcends us, our kids, and beyond that. So if that is the identity of people I want to bring in, I don't want to bring in Sally Q and Sarah Jane and Bob Dahookie ever if they're not going to be benefiting my legacy. I no longer am showing up from a place of scarcity where I have to take everybody in. I know what God put me here for. I know the impact and the power and the transformation and stuff that I have the power of doing. I'm only bringing people into my organization that are going to reflect that. They're going to help me take that to that next level. What do I want my dream business to be? I want it to be friends, like not online friends, like real life friends. So I'm building local right now. I had a team brunch a couple Sunday, Saturday, Sunday. There we go. I had a team brunch Sunday with all 4 of us, and it was so much fun. We didn't hardly talk about the business. We had mimosas and donuts, and we talked about our kids and our jobs and our husbands and our dogs and all of these things. And then we left knowing each other better. That's what I want my whole team to feel like. The way that these girls, I invited them into my home. I want everyone who joins me to feel like they're invited into my home, whether the physical one or my business I'm building. It's still home. I want them to feel that. I want them to feel seen. I want them to feel like they are empowered and have a purpose, and that I believe in them, that I see them, that I have time for them. These are all things that I know when I'm building. So I'm not just going to invite someone into my house that isn't going to fit this. I start being selective. And so when you start identifying your dream team, you identify who you are, those 5 pillars, those 5 things that start identifying you. You've got to bring in the right people at that point into your network. Because right now, my calling is moms. Since I had my daughter, my entire mental state has shifted. Before now, I get why I haven't really had moms join my team and be successful, because like I didn't get it. I had never been around kids like that. I was a newlywed. I was single. It was just me and my husband. We were traveling, like living the life. That was our thing at the time. I couldn't relate to a mom, especially not now when I've seen what it looks like. Oh no, I did not know what these ladies were going through and what I was then asking of them on top of that. It wasn't relatable for me. It wasn't my team at the time. Now I'm feel called to motherhood. I love the way this business can impact and empower moms. And so if I want to create a team of moms, of Christian moms, of strong women, and I'm only adding 85-year-olds, is it going to work? Like, are my posts going to get interactions? Is my videos going to blow up? Am I going to build that market? No, because I'm not marketing. I'm marketing to a specific audience and then cramming the room with someone else. That's like if I'm going to go out and talk about, and do a whole seminar on like, I don't know, your reproductive stuff in there for women and how to like take care of your lady stuff. Okay. Oh my God, I can't even believe I went there because that stuff makes me so uncomfortable. I don't know why it just came out, but it just is the easiest one. So if I'm doing a seminar about this and I only invite men, is it going to be successful? Not at all. Okay. They're going to feel as comfortable as me, if not more, and it's going to be a big old mess. But yet that's what we're doing with our business. We're expecting and wanting and dreaming for this, but only filling it with other things because we're coming from that place of need that I just need people. I just need boxes. I just need to fill my diamond chart. I just need to go Ruby for that bonus. I just need, and we're constantly grabbing and adding everybody in. And then when we hit that promotion or don't, either way, we sit back and look and we're like, I mean, I did it, but it doesn't feel right. How many of you guys have hit a promotion and we're like, well, I mean, it didn't feel like what I was thinking, right? Every single one of us. And if not, then like you brought in a distributor, you were so excited that you had a distributor and you're like, it didn't feel like what I was wanting. But that's because we're showing up close-fisted, needing things. You're going to start showing up open-handed, guys. We're creating kingdom business. We're creating our dream business. And your dream business is not a place of scarcity. That is a place of abundance. God has called us to a life of abundance. We are here to give and overflow hope and joy and peace. And you cannot overflow with closed hands. Overflow comes from open, comes from flaws, comes from cracks. Allow God to pour out and trickle through you. So we're showing up open-handed, intentionally bringing in the people that we are called to help. And you know what? Maybe it's not moms for you. Maybe it's college kids. Maybe it's dog moms. Maybe it's people 60 plus. Maybe it's someone who, you know, has been through life. Like whatever your market of people is, whatever your pillars and that influence and that content start supporting, start bringing those people in. Because once you bring those people into your network, guys, they start coming into your business because that's who you're bringing in, who you're getting in front of. And so when you start bringing them into your business, you start creating a business you love. You start working in your gift. God put that calling, that desire, that direction, that people that you think you are special and equipped to help. That thing that you've been through, that you went through it for a reason. You have a testimony, you have a power, you have a purpose, you have a voice to start connecting. And if you're going to the wrong people, you're not allowing God to use that in you. So we've got to be intentional. We've got to bring in the right people, get in front of the right people. And as you start doing that, you start bringing the right people into your business. And the next thing you know, your business has impact. Your business has legacy. Your business is fun again, right? Who wants to have fun again? I'm sorry, I don't have fun with the people that I have to nag and beg nonstop. I have fun with the people who know why they're here, who are working for something bigger than themselves, who are in mission with me. So if you want to have fun, you got to bring in the fun people. You got to bring in the people that you are called to reach. And as we do that, guys, you start falling in love with your business again. It starts trickling out of you, overflowing. You start expanding your reach, your legacy, and your impact. And then it all just goes again and again and again. The content becomes easier to create. You become more sure of yourself. You start seeing God work in different ways in your life, in your business, and in your platform. You start showing up selflessly because you are working in your calling, in your gift. And instead of letting It Works be your calling, you start using It Works as a tool to support God's calling in your life. We are called to something so much bigger than to just sell health and wellness products, you guys. We are called for kingdom business, for a business that will change your life and continue changing lives far past you, because you said yes, you stepped out in faith, you did something scary, and now you're learning how to show up as the best version of you. And that is the flawed, imperfect, stuttering, nervous, awkward, anxious version of you. And you show up unapologetically that girl anyway. And because of that, God is able to work in you differently, to create that kingdom business and to create a business of impact that is going to give you purpose and carry you for the long run, which is really why we're all here. So I'm excited. Hopefully you guys took something away from this. I feel like this is a topic we needed to cover. So before I hop off, I'm going to pray us out. I love you guys dearly. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your Wednesday night to join in. I love seeing your beautiful faces for those with the camera on, and love seeing your pretty pictures or your names for those of you guys who didn't have the camera. But dear Lord Jesus, thank you so much for giving us this place to come together, to dive more into who we are and who we're created to be, to start really accepting our impact and legacy, and how you can use this business to not just transform our life, our finances, but to take it further than that and use this as a tool to go out and do good in the world, to bring happiness and hope to people, and to go out and make a lot of money all in the same time, right? Like, let's be honest. You're ready to bless us and bless us to be a blessing to others. And we're just so thankful for all you were doing here within our team, within these ladies' lives, and within this company. We know we're home. We know you're working here, and we are just so grateful. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next week at our scheduled time on Tuesdays, and this will be up on my YouTube. Bye, guys.